Welcome to the Lions Review HeroQuest update. So we hit the 2 million mark. So what's going to happen now? Well, first off, I had to redo this because I rewatched my first one and it became more of a showing off my collection than anything else. So I apologize for that. But I wanted to give you more information on what you're going to get, especially if you've never played HeroQuest before. Just understand it's a basic game. It's pretty easy to learn. It's not one of those games where you have to sit there and roll up characters and learn a ton of rules to play. Some people like that. Some people think it's too basic and they moved on to other games and thus don't want to spend any money on buying a game that they're not going to enjoy, which is completely understandable. Now, Hasbro is offering 2 tiers, a heroic tier and a mythic tier. Now I'm going to go over what you get with those and my thoughts on it. I'm also going to introduce some thoughts, so if you've played this before and you think this is just a basic reskinning of the game, I have to disagree to some point. I think at its heart it really is a reskinning, but I think they add a little extra in there to try to entice us into re-engaging with HeroQuest. And I'll touch on that towards the end of this because you're going to see it as I scroll through it. The only problem with that is, of course, that to get those extras, you have to be on the mythic tier, not the heroic tier. So instead of 100, it'll have to be 150. Now, one thing I noticed off the box, what's the box? So the box is more squarish than rectangular, which seemed odd for the, for the game board, right? But I think I figured that one out. If we look at the game board here, if I jump back to my original game board here, you can see they're pretty similar. This one, they're saying theirs is a 1 by 1 inch grid, which may not seem like a big deal, but it is larger. I guess they're doing that because they made the miniatures slightly larger because they got a 1 inch base. So there's that. And the other thing I noticed about the board is they moved this HeroQuest logo from the bottom to the side. That's probably why the box is square. It probably allows us to fold up more as a squarish type of board than rectangular. And then as far as what you're getting with the game, I haven't really changed it that much from the original. So almost everything that you got in the original game you're getting with this new one. The hero cards have been changed, so you're not getting these large ones. You're getting like what looks to be regular hero cards. And everything else pretty much seems on par with what you got in the original. I did notice these cards here are equipment cards, which again isn't a big deal, but remember when this was launched originally in North America, we didn't get equipment cards. We instead got this armory cardboard insert in our box. And this gave us the equipment that the heroes could buy, whereas overseas they of course had the hero cards. So, again, little minor changes that they're doing. Now let's take a look at what they're going to give you in there, because obviously this shows you everything, but maybe you want to see a little bit more detail to it. I'm going to scroll down here. Here they added the tiles that you get with it. So obviously your 4 hero characters. Elf is going to be a female now, but through the post bonus you get an additional 4 hero miniatures. So you have male and female of all the different classes that you can play: the barbarian, dwarf, wizard, and elf. And they also give you this limited time exclusive Sir Ragnar. He's of course the guy that you rescue in the Quest 2. Spoiler alert. But if you played it before, you know who he is. So there are quests where you interact with certain characters, so it's good that they're giving you I guess an extra character, so you don't always have to play with the Chaos Sorcerer, or Dread Sorcerer as they call it now. And speaking of Sorcerer, there he is. So there are your monsters that they're going to include with it. They're on par with what you got with the original. So for mirrors, you're getting the Dominations. Again, it's basically a reskin because it sounds like they're going to have the same stats that the Premiers did. So really all you're doing is replacing a picture on the card and the miniature that goes along with it. And then you get the furniture, again, all plastic, not plastic and cardboard as in the original. A few extra things here, it looks like. The original just had these rats and skulls. And that's the heroic tier for you. So basically 5 extra miniatures, I guess you can say. Through this offer. And that's why I say spend the extra $50 for the Mythic tier, because you're getting 2 expansion sets with that. And give you an idea, here's the original ones. So you see all the extra miniatures. The quest books had 10 quests each, so you get 20 more quests. You get the extra tiles, room overlays, all that nice stuff. And all only for an extra $50. And then they give you a little bit more detail here on the miniatures, the reinforced and iron door. If I bring in my little picture again, you'll see they had a wooden door and the iron door in the expansion sets. Should have added 2 of them because you get them in each expansion set. Here are the extra quests, the extra dice. Actually, this is, I'll bring this back a little bit more because I added more in there to show what the Mythic tier gets with the unlocks, because I think that's where you're really going to get more of your extra stuff. And then again, limited time exclusive with Mentor and the Wizard Hero card and the Witch Lord. So Mentor and the Wizard Hero card is interesting because it sounds like an alternative to the regular Wizard. So I don't know if it's going to have different stats or not. They really don't go into any detail. Colors keep pretty much the same as the other one. Then you get in your Mythic tiers, which I just mentioned. So you're going to get a Warlock Hero by Shauna, the 6 extra dice, 2 extra skeletons, 2 extra goblins, and Baker has another quest book out. So we're going to get that. So you're getting 34. If he does 10 quests like the other ones, then you got 44 quests. You get the extra miniatures, the extra dice, an extra player character in the Warlock. Not sure what Mentor is going to be, if he's going to be one. But then they also added since we had 2 million now, they added unlocks all the way to 3 million. And if we get those, you'll get a Druid character, you get another quest if we hit 3 million, and a Bard character, which is interesting because up to now it sounded like maybe all the extra characters are going to be alternatives to the Wizard. Now you have this Bard, and I have to think maybe the Bard is going to be an alternative to either the Dwarf or the Elf. I'm leaning towards the Elf because the Elf could also cast spells, and it looks like he has spell cards here. So that's my take on it. Then they kind of go over what's in the box and other stuff about the rules being kind of minor changes. So again, kind of leans toward a reskinning, but again, if you're buying it, I think Mythic tier is the way to go because you're getting all of this. And this was all the way up through the Goblin unlock. I didn't add the extra quest book or any of the others here because I was going to do this a few days back, but thought I should have waited and see if we hit the 2 million mark, and now we have. And then this would be more like the heroic if you add 5 more miniatures. I forgot to add a 5 in there. But, so to me, that's what they're doing. Is it looks like they're throwing extra characters in there, extra quests in there, and you have to wonder if the minor rule changes and all that. Is that going to be enough to say, well, I got the original game, should I go ahead and buy this new game at $150? It's definitely makes it more tempting. I have to say that. And for me, yeah, it may be worth it now. The reason I say for me is because I also have 2 boys. So, I may introduce them to HeroQuest, let them play it and see how they like it. And if they like it, then, obviously investing a little more money for the new version might be worth it. Since I have 2, one can have the old version, one can have the new version. And then, the other thing is if you are a collector, like a lot of people are collectors, they just like to buy this stuff, and maybe it brings back some fond memories, who knows. But you're going to get these exclusives with it. But it almost sounds like, well, three items they put exclusive on. I don't know if that's enough. They really don't say the other stuff is going to be exclusive or not. So the extra quests and all the unlocks you're getting with the Mythic tier, not sure if those will be exclusive or available later at retail. So keep that in mind. And the last point I'll make is that the estimated ship date is in 2021, fall of 2021. So if you're buying now, you gotta wait a year to get all of this stuff. And I guess we will probably have to wait a year to see what they do. If it's going to be available retail, what price are they going to ask for it at retail, and all those extra goodies. So, I guess, stay tuned. Let's see what they come up with next, and leave your comments below. I'd like to read through them, hear your thoughts on it, whether or not you plan to buy it, or whether you're just going to wait and see. Because maybe if it does go retail, you can just pick up the quest. If they haven't changed the rules too much, you can just add them on to your existing HeroQuest game. So, that's my take on it. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this gave you a little bit more information. And I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.